Our school, we use Google Apps for education. I don't know, does everyone here use Google Apps? Don't know. There's two ways basically of accessing Google, the facilities of Google. One is a standalone Google account where you set up your own Gmail account. The other way is that your organization sets up Google Apps for education. With Google Apps, you get, I'll come to that in a second. This is the back end of Google Apps. Now, it only needs to be set up once, and I'm the IT coordinator in our school, so I kind of work on this back end, but not many other people do. We set up each sets of students or each year group of students in a year group, so we know them. We can also create what's called a group, so you can group email. So for Form 6, you can just type in Form 6 at midletoncollege.ie, and that goes to all the students in Form 6. There's a little bit of work in the background done every September because you have to move students around out of Form 5 into Form 6, but it's very handy. For fourth year in particular, the transition year coordinator, the form teachers, we can just email form4 at midletoncollege.ie. If they're doing projects like Mini Company or YSI, you can create mini groups for them as well. And I've often got the Mini Company groups coming and said, Miss, there's 5 of us, will you create a group? Because they keep forgetting each other. And that's handy. You just say whatever the Mini Company is at midletoncollege.ie and it goes to all 5. But that's a handy one. Oh, that was me being incognito. Moving on. Right, with Google Apps, you get the email, which is the obvious one. You get Google Drive, Sites, Calendar, and Google+. Now, we don't use Google+. Google Drive, email I've just talked about. Google Drive is for cloud storage. Now, that's very handy. It's very handy. Basically, you get docs, sheets, and slides, which is very much like Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. But it's all on Google Apps. It's free. The beauty of it is it's cross-platform. It doesn't matter if you have Microsoft Windows or a Mac, you can access it from anywhere. If I leave my laptop at home, I can access all my notes on my phone. So it doesn't matter. Why it's handy for transition years is they can create, if they're collaborating, again, I'm just using Mini Company as an example, that's the one I know more about. If they're collaborating on their business plan in Mini Company, you can get 4 or 5 students or up to 100 students working on the same document at any one time. There's only one version, so they don't have to email each other a version and correct it and email it back and forth. This is a live document at any one time. They share it with each other. You see the button on the top right-hand corner, and these are the options when you're sharing. You can invite somebody to edit it, comment it, or just to view it. So that's one way of using it. Another way would be a portfolio. This year, we started using it as a portfolio. We give students the option because not everyone has access to internet. Some of them have taken it up. They can put images on it, or they can put up their reflections on a lecture or the TY Activities Week, whatever. Like we've left the option open. If they want to handwrite their portfolio, or if they want to type it up, they can. That's just an example of a way you can use it. They can share the files with you afterwards instead of emailing it, so you don't get 20 emails every Monday morning on whatever they reflected on last week. They can just share it and it sits on your Google Drive. This is Google Forms also comes within the Google Apps platform. This is very handy if you want to get an overall view. Like this is just an example I have, who wants to participate in TY activity. But you could do the same, who's interested in YSI, participating in YSI this year, who's interested in participating in the Gashka. Or I use it personally for if I want them to submit homework to me, I create a Google form and they can just link it in, copy their link in and share it with me. And that's a handy way for me to see all their work. But Google form, very handy. I couldn't recommend this one highly enough. I use it all the time. Apart from that, sites. I mentioned earlier about Google Docs for creating your e-portfolio. Another way, and I know the school in Public School Cork Arena, they use Google Sites a lot for their e-portfolios. We're not there yet, but we might be there maybe next year. Basically, they're creating a website within our domain name. So it's never live. It's just live to Midleton College. They're creating a website. It's very easy. I'm just carrying you through it there. You click on create, you name the website, you can add on as many pages as you want. It's basically their blog. So it's taking ePortfolio to another level as such. Like I said, we haven't used it yet, but we might think about bringing it in next year. It does involve, in computer class, probably teaching them how to use, which is why we didn't do it this year, teaching them how to use Google Sites for a few classes before leaving them off. No, you can make it public if you want, I'd say, yeah. But they're underage, most of them. So I don't know if you'd want to. You're right, okay. Yeah, no, you Google Sites, you can make public, absolutely, yeah. This is an example of Google Classrooms. I don't use it at all with my transition years, but I do use it with second years. I teach English, and I've created my classroom in English. About 9 of the students, they always wanted to email me their essays or their homework, and that was fine, I've no problem, but my inbox kept getting full, and I had nowhere to store it. So I created Google Classroom about October. I got them all into the computer room one day. You get a code, actually it's down there on the left-hand side, so they type in the code when they log in, and then once they're connected, that's it. I can post their homework every week, and I do post it every week. So if anyone is off sick, they've no excuse. Their homework is up there. They don't have to email it because not everyone has access to computer. Certainly not second years, they don't have access to phones. Well, some of them do. So that's okay too. But I always get 8 or 9 that do every week, and it's nice to have the facility there. What I like about Google Classroom is instead of getting a big long list of shared documents in my InDrive, Classroom organizes it. So when I get their homework, it's stored in its own folder, so I can always access it easier, so it just makes the organization much easier. That's Classroom. This is my first year using it, but there's tons of possibility with that as well. So thank you.